businesses, and I did that for about 5 weeks, and I got 2 appointments out of it, and got 0 sales out of it. Um, and I don't know if if the callers at Client Focus are just that much better than I am, or if the people on the other end could hear my kind of hesitation and my anxiousness, because it got disheartening calling and having people tell you no, and the hang ups and stuff like that. So I figure with that, with that first initial offer that I mean, the time that they were calling and I wasn't, I was out doing other stuff that was also making money. It paid for itself right immediately, which was great.
And I think what agents need to understand too is that when you hire Client Focus, that you're just not hiring a caller that just come in your office, but you actually get a team of us that's working for you and encouraging you. And even the fact of organizing this call here is to pull agents together, just to encourage agents to do the right thing.
Mhm. And that's one thing. It's nice when I follow up on phone calls. I can say a week ago or 2 weeks ago you spoke with Kathy from my office, and I mean Kathy doesn't work in my office, but that business owner doesn't know that. It makes me look professional. I think. I don't know that. I haven't heard that from a business owner, but in my mind, if I have somebody calling, it looks more professional than me making the cold call.
I just want to check, is Rob Rector, are you out there?
Yes. Yes,
okay,
sure
you
I
are.
am.
Good. You want to do just a quick 2-minute commercial about tomorrow and how your company how we built the relationship between you and us?
Exactly. Yeah. When we started our relationship with Client Focus, it was we knew that they had a great success rate with helping agents, just as Dan's been talking about, set commercial appointments. And we have been a turnkey vendor with farmers since 2006.
I'm going to mention your name, Rob. Mention the name.
Again, I'm sorry. Rob Rector Rob Rector with the Main Street Marketing System, formerly known as the Milk Program. And we started out with farmers on event marketing and child IDs that turned into much more digital inventory system, co-branded advertising. One thing led to another, and we worked with affinity marketing on the BOSS program. Of course, the BOSS program is where it is commercial-based. You have an opportunity to talk to the employees of your commercial business, your commercial prospects, your current commercial clients, and visit with them about their P&C needs. What we found out through all the research is they will set up a lunch and learn, or as we like to call it, a milk and cookies meeting, if in fact, 89% of the employees said they would let you talk. Employers said they would let you talk to their employees if it was about a worthwhile cause. And that's where we come in with the Home Organizer software that has the Milk Digital ID for kids, Silver Digital ID for elderly, Ears Digital ID for pets, and then, of course, a home inventory system. So it's a gift that will protect the kids, their pets, their valuables. You're allowed to have a meeting to talk to them about this gift, and then market yourself just as if it were a mini event. And we're finding out that the appointment ratio is really good when we use this tool to get to the decision maker, so you can quote their commercial needs and then to visit with all of their employees. And that's what the BOSS program's all about, and that's how we helped farmers develop that, and that's what the Be the Boss of Your Main Street webinar is tomorrow. So we take everything that you've heard today and take it that next step further to have an opportunity to visit with the employees.
So that's at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So if you need an invitation for that, if you don't have one, just call our office or get an email to us, and we'll get you on the invite list. That's at 1 o'clock Central Time tomorrow. So, okay, well let's open it up for questions for either myself or for Dan or Rob. Or anybody have any comments?
I have a question. This is Raymond in Phoenix. When Client Focus sets up, it sounds like it set up a next date for Dan down the road. Will you guys also, when that X date comes up, will you guys call that X date and actually set up an appointment for him? Or when that X date is created, is it given to Dan and then he follows up with a phone call, say, 5 months down the road when the X date comes up?
Yeah, all the information is given to you. Like some companies might withhold some of information. We give you everything because you're basically buying time through us. So we give you everything. What agents do, we've had agents that have been on, from the start. For example, Rob Gibson, he's been on since like 2005. Is that he has built up his X date pool that is so large year after year after year that then we actually go back in and follow up from those X dates and set appointments for him. So like Dan is kind of in his first year right now, just building his X date pool. If if Dan stays with us year 2, 3, 4, and 5 in those years, we'll probably do his appointment setting for him from the X dates from the previous year.
Okay.
And just to add on there, the callers do try, if it renews within the next 90 days, the caller will attempt to set an appointment. But if they can't get the appointment and it's a hot lead, they call that into you right away. And then it's emailed to you either that same day.
Okay. But when you guys set up a next date for Dan and it's 6 months down the road,
yes,
do you guys do a follow-up phone call as that X date gets closer, or is it in Dan's hands now?
It's in Dan's hands. It's in Dan's hands. Yeah.
And what I've done with those, or I shouldn't say done, but what I've tried to do with those is, because I'm picking the businesses that are local, so I'll try to either stop in or just send them something saying, I know we're gonna call. I'm gonna call you in 3 months, but here's my email and phone number. If you have any questions before that, feel free to give me a call. And more just trying to keep my my name in the front of their head, I guess, if something does come up. The 3 hotels that I got, the guy actually told me that, and he showed me deck pages of what he had, and he went with me and paid more to go with me because the other agent that he had was in Dayton, which is, I'm in Columbus. It's an hour or so away, and he wanted somebody local, and he's taking advantage of it. I'm in the beginning, I was probably over there once a week, once every other week, something like that, just going over stuff with them. So I just try to go, send them something, say, if you have questions, give me a call before I call you.
And I think that's where a lot of agents kind of drop the ball, is once they get these leads, is that you need to work them right away within 24 to 48 hours with some kind of a phone call or a letter or stop by their office, something to start building that relationship and just saying, hey, this is who I am, and, I'm here to take care of you.
Bob in Houston have a quick question. Well, I have done X-dating many times, especially commercial prospects will say, oh, I just paid it last month. In other words, they're kind of putting you off as long as they can. What percentage would you say of the X-dates that you receive from Client Focus are actually are valid X-dates?
Man, I haven't been doing it a whole lot, but I would pretty high percentage. There has been, oh man, so far I would say less than maybe somewhere between 5 and 10 that I've tried to call back, and after 5 or 6 attempts still haven't talked to, nobody's answering the phone, or I get them on the phone and they say, what, we're not interested anymore, and don't call anymore, stuff like that. So I would say maybe somewhere 10 or 15% I haven't actually been able to go out and have a sit-down appointment with the business owner.
Yeah, this is Greg in Fresno. I'd like to elaborate on that. As far as the validity, I'm going to take it a step further and say they're 100% valid, that it is a legitimate business. They do want to talk about their insurance. The X date may not be true to the month. It may be 30 days off. I've had some 30,